Let's start about this simulation lab. So, yes, thank you. Through these simulations, we can able to understand at least how these practical things are going, how these 3D machines are works. Let's start with aim. The aim is to simulate the fuse deposition modeling FDM process. Already we have been discussed how this FDM process it works by theoretically. So we have been gone through all these things, right? So now directly we can go through the simulations so that we can understand how this practically works. Before that, I will take about the theory also. We have been discussed much theory, we have been discussed in the classroom, though I will take something important. We will focus into this theory now. Introduction, no need to introduction, already we have been gone through these things already. Just I will take the principle of this process, how because this is very important in what kind of the principles are, how these are, what kind of the mechanisms which we can use, and how this process will be works. That will be, we can call it as a principle. The FDM process, fuse deposition machining or material process, is based on the molten material extrusion. So plastic filament is heated and melted inside the extruder, right? And then the molten material is extruded through a nozzle. The layer over the layer are led in order to make the desired object, right? The description, once you look into the description of about this process in FDM process, see, this is also, we don't want description things. Now we will go further. Now I will highlight some advantages of this process so that we can understand the strength about these machines. The FDP, so fuse deposition machines, are safe, reliable, easy to use, and office friendly. There is no toxic materials, powder handling, so intense heat or laser involved. The minimum material wastage because of FDM is an extrusion based process. Only the required amount of filaments materials is used to create the part and to create the support. The FDM process software allows the extensive possibilities of a toolpath builds styles using each layer by altering the appropriate process variables such as raster width, fill pattern, and raster angle and air gaps. A variety of the engineering polymers are available commercially with a different strength and mechanical properties. The ABS, acrylic butadiene styrene. So as I told you in the beginning classes, the ABS is one of the most commercial and most common polymer material which we can use to produce the engine components. And polycarbonate is also one of the most common polymer material we can successfully take to produce the engine components by polymer engine components. These are common engineering materials, hence the parts made in these materials are good for functional testings. Right? The FDM machines use the feedstock filaments in spools or cottages. Therefore, it requires the minimal effort to change the materials on the FDM machines. The support can be easily be snapped off by the hand form models. So these are the strengths of this FDM process. Just I am taking the glance over these advantages so that we can understand the strength of this FDM process. In detail, already we have been gone through all these things. Just for the glance, I will take it once again. So once we look into the applications of this FDM process, this is also very important. So we have to have this information. So where exactly we can take this FDM process, right? What kind of the elements and what kind of the products or what kind of the components we can able to produce through the FDM process, or else this FDM, what kind of the products this FDM process is suitable, right? What are the materials, what kind of the materials, as well as the what kind of the applications we can select these machines are very important things. Some applications, say they are mentioning the education applications. Fuse deposition modeling can serve as a tool to enhance the learning ability of the students, so via creating the physical interactive environment with what they can learn. Definitely. And this technology would serve as a very interactive tool for learning in practical courses like engineering and medical courses. So in the engineering medical courses also they can use for learning purpose. So they are using, hence this becomes an educational applications of this particular this machine. And one more application now we can look into here, the modeling and prototyping. Definitely, of course, this technology helps industries and researchers in prototyping most complex of geometries in a very time and cost efficient manner with the best of accuracy. Definitely, this is one of the important. The most of the research peoples and research scholars are manufacturing the prototype of the 3D materials for their research purposes. Now they are because this 3D technology is a new technology. The research is still there. I told you that still research is going on the 3D technology because they wanted to get something different and get something efficient work. So for that purpose, they are doing research on this 3D technology. That's what they can produce some prototypes, components for their research experiments. So that is also one of the major applications of this FDM process. Many of the researchers are there. They are working in FDM process. Means they're creating their components by FDM by using the FDM process. Hence, this FDM is also one of the this is also one of the applications for research purpose. The people are utilizing this machine. That is also very important. And the medical field, how we can able to take these machines for the medical applications. Here we have answer. Medical sciences has made many breakthrough with the support of FDM technology. Today we are capable of replacing the functional human organs and implant artificially. That's what at the beginning classes we have been discussed when we are discussing the applications of 3D technology. At that time we have been discussed. Now the 3D is nowadays the most commonly successfully we are achieving the 3D technology in medical field. Now that we can able to replace our organs in human organs as well as the body implants and also some dental parts. Everything now we can able to replace the our human bodies by replacing the 3D components most commonly which are made by the sometimes which are made by the metallic materials. So most of the times they are made by the polymer materials. So hence we can replace the implants. And also some organs and dental applications. We are successfully using these 3D components or 3D products which are made by these FDM process. Most common human implants and organs are the 3D products are produced by these fuse deposition machines. That is my intensity to or this statement is that intensity of this statement is that. So then the space technology, in the space technology also we need to produce some kinds of the 3D products. In that cases also which we can use these FDM process to produce the space applications or space components. The zero gravity FDM printer has made a production possible in space. Definitely. This would enable the astronauts to print the incidental things required and also their food in the outer space. NASA and Piper aircraft employ the most existing FDM 3D printing application in the world. 70 parts having the complex shapes, so durable through for maintain durable for the Martin terrain were built by the FDM parts of NASA's. This is the Martin terrain was were built by the FDM parts on NASA's. So we will include the plane redundant event and housings, camera mounts, large four doors, large part that functions as a front bumper and many custom features. So these are the products for the NASA applications. So we are successfully we are manufacturing such kinds of the components for the NASA applications by this FDM process. Be careful. So these are the particular applications of these machines, right? And the limitations also we suppose we want to look into their limitations are So that is also very, very important. Because of the limitations, we can able to choose the different machines, right? Because we need to how that strength and advantage is important. The same way we need to know their weakness also, right? So before only you know the weakness, then you can aware about this weakness, and then you can select the proper machining process. Because suppose this FDM process is sometimes may not suitable for our what we are going to manufacturing, right? That's what we need to know. The strengths and weakness are very, very important for the particular machines. Okay, it has a good production capability, and it has a wide applications. We can use these machines for the wide applications. Then does not mean that that is suitable for our applications also. Because we need to check out that, we need to check that process is whether it is suitable for or not for our applications. That's what we need to know, the limitations of this process also. So because of the layer by layer, see, the limitations is the layer by layer deposition process. This is 100% is a layer by layer process. The staircase effect of sloping or curved surface generally causes the grainy surface finish. However, the most FDM systems provide good so acceptable accuracy and surface finish for the most engineering and design applications. Sometimes this whenever we are producing these kinds of the complex structures, staircase and all these things, so maybe sometimes it will produce the so grainy surface finish. So hence there will be that will be a one of the drawback. So while the lead time to produce the PM parts via FDM is relatively short, so this is relatively short. The lead time will be the very short. The per unit manufacturing time is much longer than the conventional mass production techniques. In a conventional FDM, the nozzle diameter is small to maximize the resolution of the each layer. And also the FDM material is need to be made in filament form of a required diameters approximately 1.7 mm. That also one of the drawback we need to overcome for these applications. And required mechanical and so rheological properties. Uh, any new materials to be introduced must also meet the requirements. This is one of the drawback they are finding. That's what they are telling, that what they are telling us, that this materials was to be made there, so filaments from the required diameters, so approximately 1.7 mm. That machine is able to produce such kinds of the requirements. And also some rheological properties. Rheological properties means hmm, some fluid properties. These are the rheological property means, so these are the kinds of the smart materials, right? They are in the form of uh, uh, liquids. Whenever we can able to see with our naked eye in room temperature, once we will give the heat touch up, they becomes hard. This type of materials we can call it as smart materials or rheological materials. Such kinds of the applications also this machine can able to produce. This is their requirements. And as per the parts are built by the depositing the extrude rasters, the mechanical properties of the parts are not the same in all the dimensions. This is also one of the drawback. To change the extruder nozzle, it is required to disassemble the complete extruder assembly, but it is very difficult to change the extruder nozzle in FDM process. This is also one of the drawback. So it's very difficult to change the extruder nozzle in FDM process, that has a number of dismelting techniques and steps which are required. So hence this becomes one of the limitations in this process. So I hope you understand the limitations. Just I will not take much time to discuss these things. Just I am glancing the limitation applications. However, we have been already discussed these things. Now I am coming back to yes, the let's start the procedure of the how this machine, how the simulation is takes place. So the here we can able to follow some procedures or instructions how to simulate this FDM process, right? As we all discussed in the last class, the same way here there are a number of steps which are involved to uh, proceed the simulation process. Now first step is to click on the base. Once you click on the base and build platform will be displayed on the left side of the screen. Hope you understand. Second step, once this will be displayed, then we can click on the button on the extruder. Once you click on the or once you press the button of the extruder, then the extruder and extruder nozzle will be displayed on the screen. Once you can able to see this nozzle on the screen, then we can go ahead to the next step, that is material spool. Just you can press on the material spool, then the material spool will be shown on the screen. That's it, right? So once it shows, you can able to see this material spool, then you can go ahead to the next step. Next step is just you can click on the button in the filament. So once you press on the filament will be added in the spool. Then the next step is start processing, because this is the arrangements of all the required parts for FDM process. These are very, very important. Step by step, we need to arrange all the parameters and the required assembled parts. Now the machine will be ready to perform. So when that machine will be ready to perform, at that time you need to click on the push button of start process. Once you press this button, start button, the process is begins. After the process is complete, click on the stop process. You know very well that once we stop the process, we can able to view the generated product by using the FDM process. Okay, as per this instruction or procedure, now we will go ahead to the simulation process. Now I'm directly take it here to the simulation process. So as per the instructions, we need to follow. Yes, I'm audible. Dear students, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now just we are discussing the things, because unless we are not directly coming to the simulations and all these things, this will be the this is not a way, because but though we are discussing already all the applications and disadvantages and limitations, everything we have been discussed, but just for the glances, so that we can get involved in this process thoroughly. That is my intention, so that I can take once again the applications, theory, principle, and limitations of this process, as well advantage of this process, so that we can we make ensure that this simulation laboratory will be successful and it will be worthy. Now coming to the as per the procedure, now we can go ahead one by one. Base. Now once we click on to the base, what happens? See, now I'm just pressing the base, as we all can all see this base, as this indicated the base. Now once we click on this button, see here we can get this is the base. As we can see, this is the base. See, this is the some arrangements. So here we can, this is the build platform. Our 3D product will generate from this build platform. This the solid or rigid portions, we can able to see the rigid structures of both the sides. This is, we can call it as a base, right? I hope you understand. This is now second, after the base, now you can press the button of extruder. Now these two, the extruders at the both the side, we can able to see. Once we can click on the button of extruder, now the extruder machine or device is our head or machine is ready for the position. This is, we can see the extruder nozzle. This shape and size of the nozzle also I will tell at the beginning classes only. These are depending upon the thickness. This thickness or extruder diameter of the extruder nozzle is determines the thickness of the layer which we can able to be produced, right? This is the nozzle and this will be the nozzle head or extruder head. At both the side we can able to see. Next process or procedure step, we can now I will start. We will press the button of the material spool. Yes, now the material spool is ready. So this is, we can call a build material, or else it is the raw material. The raw material which is in the form of, I think, the polymer material it is, which is in the form of fibers. Is the spool means the bundle. Generally we can call as a bundle of wires. Wire means not a wire, bundle of fibers, polymer fibers which are wound over the spool at the both the side you can able to see. Now up to the spool, now we are arranging the spool. Let's go for the filament. Yes, this is the filament means the spool is connected to the extruder. Once you can start the button, the continuously the spool is continuously supply the uh, filaments, means this is the fiber materials, we can call it as a filament. This will be connected to the extruder. Once you start the switch on the button of machine, this extruder is continuously pull the filaments from the spool. May sometimes here we can use some other extensor, some extensometer or tensioner, sorry, sometimes which we are using the tensioner at here or here. We can also able to use the tensioner is continuously pull the fibers from the spool, then that will passes to the extruder, or directly extruder sometimes pull the filaments from the spool at the both the side we can able to see. Now the so this is what becomes the filament. Up to the filament, now we can able to press the start button. Yes, now you can able to see the process how it works. Please kindly mute your mic. Once again I will start the process. Is it visible? Hello everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, see how this FDM process is works. So this is the platform, right? This is the platform. So initially the platform will be here. How the material is depositing over the platform is slightly slows down. How this will be moves downward, that the simultaneously at the top, which means does mean that if it is moving downward, does mean that we can understand at the top surface of the platform the layer will depositing, the layer start depositing over the platform. That one layer will be deposited over the platform, that the length of the platform will be reduced down. So how the layer by layer will be generated over the platform or upon the platform, that same way the platform will move down slowly till that 3D product is formed. See, you can. So now I would like to ask some questions. So how this process is now carried? What are the major requirements for this process? I hope you understand now. What are the major requirements we need to execute this process? Tell me. Hmm? Just look at the image and you can tell me very simple process it is. See here we need a spool. Means this is the built material which is in the form of thin filament, means which is in the form of the fiber, right? Then this filament is connected to the extruder. This is the extruder chamber or extruder unit. So here there will be the small so heat inside the extruder there will be the heating chamber. Whenever our solid filament, which is in the form of a thin layer. Whenever it comes into the, or come across or come into the chamber, whenever it enter into the chamber, immediately it becomes heat, and that will turn into the plastic state, right? The semi-liquid state. Now the solid filament is turned into the semi-liquid state, which is in the form of paste-like. Hence here we have providing the nozzle inlet, so that semi-liquid molten, not molten, semi-liquid polymer material, which is so come out through the nozzle, right? Once it come out to the nozzle will maintain the required thickness of the each layer. Once it come out of the nozzle, that will, it is in the form of a layer, that layer will be deposited over the substrate or built platform, right? Once it is deposited over the platform will start moving in a downward direction till this 3D object is formed over the platform. So this once that layer will be built over the platform, immediately that layer will be cooled by atmospheric temperature. Hence this becomes dense or hard. Again the second layer will be deposited over the first layer, then the platform is take the move towards to the downward direction. Hence the second layer is deposited over the first layer, then the atmospheric temperature immediately that also be dense and cooled in a atmospheric temperature. This process is just keep on going till the required shape and size of the component formed. Now once we'll stop the process, yes, now we can able to see the finished object. This is one kind, this is a different look like they are same, but there will be the changes in their dimensions. The structure of the both produced component will be the same, but their dimensions will be vary. One is a small in size, whereas other one is bigger in size. Hope you understand or not, at least. Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I hope this process you can able to understand how this FDM process works, right? Huh? Hello, yes or no, at least? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, then you can please tell me the applications means what kind of the products we can able to produce through this process. Now you understand this process now? Then you can think and tell me what kind of the products we can able to produce through this process. Just one or two examples.
Sir, many are there, sir, like home appliances and
Home appliance, particular,
yes,
you
sir.
can mention particularly. Then only we can so that we can understand. We can
Sir, yes, sir.
everybody can.
Yes, sir. Last year, Financial Minister Nirmala Sitharaman inaugurated the 3D printed house, sir, in IITM.
House.
It was done by IIT Madras
Madras.
alumni student. Yes, sir.
Yes, Madras, right, 100%
Yes.
right. So yes, uh, that is the structure part which we can see. The one more example of it. This is the best information. So we all heard here. So yes, in IIT Madras, they are successfully constructing the building, so which are completely made by the polymer materials, ABS and other materials. They are constructing the building. This is just look like an concrete building. So wherever you
Yes, sir.
can, at any time you can dismelt, and anywhere you can dismelt and you can construct it, and you can carry that each and every walls and each and every equipments parts which are needed for constructing the homes. You can carry anywhere. and also because which are very light in weights. So seasonally we can construct them and dismantle them. That is the reason they are constructing that buildings. It's a very important information you raise here. So in that Madras alumni people's alumni researchers are constructing this thing. That is one application. Other applications, particularly able to produce some domestic applications, right? Domestic application means the home appliances. So home appliances, so we can able to produce some mm, uh, toys. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
some and this is very important. Okay, am I audible? Am I audible or not? Because they have.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Now
sir.
you are
Audible,
audible.
sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Ah, any doubts? So, no doubt, no? Okay. So the okay, one thing that is a structure plus also in building also applications we can able to produce some building applications, then prototype applications and sorry, and aerospace applications. Now the people are thinking to replacing the some aluminum materials which we can successfully use in aerospace applications, because this the thing is the lighter in weights. That's what we are 90% of aluminum materials which we can use for our aerospace and aircraft applications. That research people are now they are looking forward to the aerospace applications. They can able they are they wanted to replace the aluminum materials by these kinds of the polymer materials which are completely made by the 3D technology. This 3D technology has a wide applications. See here you can able to, this is the tools also, some kinds of the tools you might have observed these kinds of the tools in our lathe machines and our workshops. So some kinds of the plastic materials we are using this FDM process, they can able to replace the metallic materials. Keep it in your mind. Now through this FDM process we can able to produce some components and 3D products. So now they can able to replace the metallic materials. Many of the engine components, many of the automotive and automotive and automobile applications, we are successfully using these kinds of the applications for using these kinds of the machines to produce these kinds of the components. Hope you understand. Huh? I think it is a very simple
Yes,
process, it is,
sir.
right? Yes. So this is the no. See, tell me any one of the advantages of this. Advantage of this process, because you are in the final year engineering, final year students. Now you are in the 8th semester. I think you might have gone through the n number of laboratories in the span of 4 years. You might have observed the number of means you have been studied the number of laboratories, especially in the from the first semester itself, the workshop, welding, in the third semester lathe machines and shaping machines, tilling machines, milling machines. You have been studied all these types of the manufacturing methods. Hope you understand. Just you compare, this is also a manufacturing technique. Just you compare this manufacturing to that old or traditional manufacturing process. How can you distinguish these two techniques to produce the components? One is older one. You can compare this machine to your lathe or any other so processes we have been already discussed, and you have been studied all these lathe and drilling machines. Just based on that knowledge, how this process is please any one applications than it, any one solid.
Sir, it's a
Why should
cost-effective
we use,
manufacturing
suppose the
process.
people, one is a cost effective manufacturing process, that's
Sir, another one is it
technical
consumes very less. It can be produced in very
what
less time.
we can
Products can be
pardon.
produced in very less time compared to conventional machining.
Yes, very less, 100%. This is what I am expecting. reasons so that people can use this 3D printing in the future. Because you are the future engineers, you can give a reasons so that coming future and coming generation will use this, start using this 3D technology. This is the one of the best example what you are saying here, that is very short in time, right? Very
Yes,
short
sir.
in time we can able to produce these components very short in time. So just you can think, and you can think, if you want to produce these kinds of the components in a lathe machine, just you can imagine it, how many days that will take, at least that 4 hours, 6 hours. And what will be the loss of material? Can you imagine? That
Yes,
is
sir.
one
It will
thing.
be huge, sir.
Yes, huge materials, because see, you are comparing the loss of material and produced finished product. Produced finished product, the quantity of the produced finished product till 1%, loss of material will be 99%. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
Just look back to the wastage material, that will be the 90%. So you can take one billet, just you can start to give the required shape and size through the lathe machines. Just you can, after the work finished or what work done, then look back to the wastage of materials. It will be the 99%. That only 1% we are utilizing from that billet. 99% will be the wastage. Only 1% we can produce the components. Productivity will 1%. But in this process, you can look into, there is no machining. There is no machining means there is no loss of materials. How much you want, how much you require, that much only you can take. Here, the
Yes,
spool
sir.
is that automatically the spool will be stop supplying the materials. Once we create the required shape and size, automatically the spool will be stopped. Then the loss of material will be very less. Very less means zero. And hazardous space, how much hazardous that lathe machine and shaping machines, have you seen it or not? You might have observed the lathe machines,
Yes,
you might
sir.
have observed the weldings, shapings, castings. See, the castings is one of the hectic and so uh, Anoni process it is. Number of steps we need to take. You need to take the pattern, you need to create the pattern, the production of the pattern, and keep the pattern into the mold parts, select the required material, what the sands, you can pour the sands and hammer it. See how hazardous it is and how hectic it is, how many steps we will take here, but producing the single small components. We have to invest our time, at least 8 to 7 hours we need to invest to produce the one single components through the castings. Though there will be the other metallurgical problems. Even though we are investing 8 to 7 hours to produce one single component, after producing the components, let me check or their quality. Whenever just let's check the quality in that quality. Once we are checking that quality of that product, definitely there will be a lot of defects present in the produced component. Again, it is one more problem. No, we cannot, which means we cannot, there is maybe we cannot able to produce directly with the 100% quality of the product at single stroke. Again, we check that, then is there any defects and any, then you can check. Once if you got the defects, then what will be the reason of the defects occurs in the product. All these things very hectic process. But in suppose if you adopt this 3D technology, nothing, no, nothing will be the defect checking, because that this 3D technology itself, there will be a sentence, there will be the statement, no defects present in the finished product, and no post-processing product. Post-processing process means what? In casting, once you produce the components, you need to take for the finishing
Finishing,
operations.
finishing.
Finishing operations, you need to finish that surface and to give the required smoothness and the aesthetic point of view, surface finish point of view, dimensional point of view. How many techniques after producing also we need to take all these steps. We need to waste our time, or we need to invest our time and money. But this 3D, once the 3D technology is produce the 3D product, those product will never ever gone through the post-processing process and never look back to their quality. Quality will be the 100% because of the material will be deposited layer by layer. Each and every layer they are come in contact, close contact between the each and every layer. There is no such kinds of the defects present in the casting. Pin holes, so flaws, so discontinuity, blowholes, so hot tears, so cold tears, so no way. We are not giving a chance to create such kinds of the defects should be present in the 3D product. Here the particles will be each and every particle will combine together. There is a close pack it is. Now you cannot expect the defects present in the 3D product. It's a 100% free from so defects, and also there is no need to take the post processing like finishing operations. I hope you understand how this technique is very important as comparing to the traditional ways. Then the coming to 5 or 10 years, castings, lathe machines, everything will be so gone through the dustbin. Definitely, they will go through the yes. Now it's the time I think. So now I will take one post test. We'll wind up this process. Tomorrow we'll discuss another 2 processes. Tomorrow we'll plan for 2 processes because today you coming by late for 10 to 12 minutes. Let it be no problem. So you are however you are involved in the over class, no issues. Tomorrow we will start at the right time and we will try to finish the 2 processes simulations. Then we can come back to our normal classes. And now here we need to take some self evaluations or some post test after simulation. So what you learn, that what this is the post test, this is what we can call as self evaluation. Just make measure ourselves how we are gone through this process, how we are understanding thoroughly about this process. Just we'll start from first question. FDM techniques is based on the principle of binding of material, polymerization of photosensitive resin, extrusion of the molten plastics, none of the above, please.
Extrusion of molten plastic.
Yes, 100% right. No doubt it is. Yes. What is the function of extruder nozzle? Yes, I told you that to heat the filament, level the bed, to extrude the material, none of the above.
Sir, heat the filament.
Okay, it seems 2 answers are there here.
Extrude the material. Yes, sir.
Yes, there we are. Just it seems 2 answers, but we can go fix on to the C. Extrude the material, we can fix on the C. Let's see what happens. So, however, we will get the correct answers at the end. Eventually, we will get the correct answers. Which of the following material can be used?
All of the above, sir.
All of the above. PLA, nylon fibers, wood. No, wood we cannot take. See. Sometimes.
So in some process, they are using actually
wood materials. Okay, let it be. We will check all of the above. We will take all of the above. Let's see what happens. Technology. Okay, some polymer woods also available nowadays. Where research is also going on. That is optical property of the wood. Optical property of the wood. So let's see what happens. So how many types of FDM printers are available? How many types of FDM processors are available? 3, 2, 5, 4. At least you don't know, at least you can guess it.
3,
so
sir.
That, okay.
3, sir. 3, sir.
Okay, 3. Yes, okay. Which of the following is and not an advantage of using the FDM process? Which of the following is not an advantage of using the FDM process? One is comparatively faster than the other process. Not an advantage. non-toxic components are used, excellent surface finish, variety of material available. So already we have been discussed this as the first only, the beginning only we have been discussed about the limitations of this process. This is the intensity. Now I am discussing the limitations and advantages. Now that discussion is help here. Which of the following is not an advantage? Not advantage. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Option A, sir.
100% correct. 100.
Yeah, option is, sir, comparatively fast.
Yes, comparatively faster than the other process. This is wrong. Because we have been discussing while we are discussing the limitations. Let's check whether it is right or wrong. Okay, now submit the question. Yes, this is yes, this is wrong, I think. So excellent surface finish.
The variety of material.
Variety of material is right. This is variety of material. It is okay. Let's see. Let's check this one also. Again, it is wrong. Excellent surface finish. Yes, which means we cannot able. Yes, this also advantage is there. We'll show you this. We cannot able to get the excellent surface finish. Grainy surface finish. That's first disadvantage which we are discussing. Right? I will show you that. I will show you that in theory part. So yes, the first. Yes, here limitations. Okay, that's the advantage. I think ability to coating purpose. No, that is advantage. I think it is. Okay, let it be, no problem. Okay, however it is, we are understanding this through the FDM process, so we cannot able to produce the good surface finish. Excellent surface finish. We can able to produce the good surface finish, but we cannot able to produce the excellent surface finish. Variety of the engineering polymers, polythene and polythene materials are required the effect. Okay, so yes, I think so. 4 we are out of 4, out of 5, 4 we are able to answer. 1 is wrong. No problem. Now shall we wind up the class?
Okay, sir.
Now we'll wind up. Tomorrow we are planning to discuss 2 simulation processes so that we can wind up this simulation lab. Now I will take the attendance. Wait for a minute.